Born in 1642, the same year Galileo died, Newton was a premature baby who was so small he could fit in a quart mug. The Reformation encouraged people to read the Bible for themselves, which led Newton to believe he could read the laws of nature directly. When the plague shut down Cambridge in 1665, Newton went home and had the most productive work from home session in human history. Legend says an apple fell on his head, but in reality, he just watched one fall and wondered why it didn't fall sideways or up. He realized the same force pulling the apple to Earth keeps the moon in orbit, connecting the heavens and the Earth for the first time. To prove his theories, he had to invent a whole new branch of math called calculus, which he called the method of fluxions. He discovered that white light is actually a noisy mix of all colors by poking a hole in his shutters and using a glass prism. Newton was so dedicated to science that he once stuck a needle bodkin into his own eye socket just to see how it affected his vision. His 3 laws of motion became the rulebook for the physical world, explaining everything from a kicked ball to a flying rocket. Despite his physics fame, Newton spent more time studying alchemy, trying to find the philosopher's stone to turn lead into gold. He was also a radical theologian who secretly rejected the Trinity, believing the Reformation hadn't gone far enough in purifying the faith. In 1687, he published Principia Mathematica, arguably the most important science book ever written, changing the world forever. Later in life, he became master of the mint, where he used his genius to hunt down counterfeiters and send them to the gallows. He was famously prickly and had a massive, lifelong feud with Gottfried Leibniz over who actually invented calculus first. Newton believed the universe was a giant clockwork machine set in motion by a divine creator who was the ultimate mathematician. By the time he died in 1727, he had moved humanity from the age of faith into the age of reason without losing his own. He famously said, "If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants, acknowledging the thinkers who came before." Newton's gravity is still used today to land rovers on Mars and calculate the orbits of every satellite in space. He was the first scientist to be buried in Westminster Abbey, treated with the same honor as kings and queens. Newton proved that the universe has rules and we can learn them. What would you ask Sir Isaac today? Follow for more.